A little bit late here today. Sorry, I had to take a look at that CPI number and wipe my eyes and see if is that for real. So we're going to go ahead and we'll do a real short daily bites here today. I'm in California, and great to be with you today. As you see from the chart over here, clearly that lighter than expected CPI number caused a big ripple and a big huge surge in futures. We see the S&P futures up almost more than 3%, the Dow more than 2%, and the Nasdaq up about 3% as well too. So strong moves here for the indices at the in the pre-market here. I think a lot of people were short coming in, or heavily bearish positions coming in, and they're going to get squeezed this morning. I do have some stuff on both sides of the market, leaning a little bit heavier towards the bear side, but we'll see how that goes today. So what was it here that really is triggering the markets here? So let's take a look. You can see the core CPI came in at 6.3 over here, still a little bit on the hot side, but less hot than expected. The 0.3 monthly CPI number on the core, a little bit less than expected, but it's right here, the 0.4. It came in, and expectation that says 0.6, but actually Cleveland Fed nowcasting had it coming in at 0.76, close to 0.8. So much lighter on the month over month than than was expected. CPI index as well. Ticked down a little bit, but it's the Eurodollar futures that are rising sharply. The futures rise up and the yield comes down. So I did notice, actually, in fact, let me take a look here. So the 10-year yield has dropped 2.25 points, huge amount, from 4.15 under 4%, so 3.92. The Eurodollar futures, which were below 90, about 94.88, which is implying about a 5.12% rate, have rallied sharply. Now the yield is up to 5%, from 5.12 to 5. So yields have come down across the board on treasuries and on futures, Fed funds futures as well. So I guess the expectation is that this is going to lead to lighter numbers going forward. So I think estimates are probably going to adjust towards that, and we'll see what happens. I mean, we did have a nice better than expected reading in the summertime, and the markets rallied, and then we came in with a hot number the following month. So again, this, inflation is very unpredictable. We have had a strong move in energy prices more recently. Some other things and other components here have come down quite a bit, but this is certainly a big short squeeze happening here today. Now, short squeezes can take days and days to manifest, to finish up, right? And so last week we had 4 out of 5 days were down for the first 4 days, and we had a big up day on Friday, and then we followed through this week on Monday and started to follow through on Tuesday, and had a lot of volatility, and then of course yesterday lost all that and then some. So if we stick above 3,800, 3,870, and get a move above to 3,900. Maybe later on this week or next week, we might have something more bullish to consider here. But for now, we're still stuck in this range. Big moves here, obviously. Volatility is coming down quite a bit. You see the VIX is down to 2380. That's a little dangerous if you ask me, having come down so much here. But again, what happens when the news is released? You get a release of that pressure that's on the VIX, because of the uncertainty. So there's no more uncertainty when it comes to inflation numbers, right? We'll have the PPI number on Tuesday of next week, and then we'll have the retail sales number come out on Wednesday morning. And a couple earnings came out today. We heard earnings from Capri and Tapestry, and those were poor earnings reports. So we're going to deal with those as well. But certainly, futures flying over here. is going to have everybody in a really good mood. It probably, could be a little bit of a sell on the news situation here, right? Why not? I mean, if you're up 3% on the morning over here, you're going to see some selling occur at some point in time today. So, certainly, this is a bit of a surprise. I was looking for a little bit hotter number, and that didn't come in, but it's just a guess. Of course, Fed funds futures. Let's take a look at that now. So we see for the December meeting is now an 80% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut. It was 48 coming in, and 20% chance of a 75 basis point rate hike. 20% chance. So it's a 1 in 5. That's come down quite sharply from 52%. February coming in and now at a 40% chance of another 50 basis point rate hike coming in February to bring it up to 5%. So I think the big differential here is the fact that the market is getting off of a potential 6% Fed funds number by sometime in 2023. So they're getting off that 6% level, which was priced in a couple of weeks ago or the week and a half ago when the Fed raised interest rates again. A couple of charts I want to show you here before we wrap it up here. I mentioned yesterday this is something to be watching here. So obviously with the markets rallying here, I was looking to see if this was going to penetrate the box today. It's probably not going to happen today, and we may actually float back up here in the 60s range. This is the S&P 500 stocks above their 50-day moving average. Again, if we came down and tested that box level, the 50 level, started coming back down. So we're really, this is really a pivotal moment right now to see whether this is going to move above there or move back down. So I think it's probably going to move back up today. And then finally, new highs, new lows. Yesterday came in, new lows expanded over here. So this is probably going to change later on today after the close. We had new lows coming in at minus 130. That started to expand. But again, if it stops expanding over here, that would be certainly a positive for the bulls. What gets this positive reading? A couple of closes above 100 plus for this indicator, a couple of days in a row. So we never really got to that level. We got close to it above 50, 55. But we never really got to those high levels as well too. So anyhow, that's going to be it. Again, apologize for being late. Apologize for the short daily bites here today. But we had a lot of data to talk about, and I'll be back hopefully on Monday morning, maybe a little bit later on in the day on Monday to do the daily bites. So I'll be, I'm still in California here, and I'll be back on Wednesday morning back at home. So anyhow, have a great day, everyone, and trade well. And I'll see you guys in the chat room. Thanks. Bye.